Hello, comrades. Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Soviet Republic. My name, of course, is Open Potato. Righty-ho. Right, so the Central Committee have kept me occupied for a couple of days, so apologies that there hasn't been a new and glorious update with regards to the progress that is being made in our republic. However, I can safely say that they have liberated me from my previous economic notions, and I'm no longer a fan of capitalism. No, I'm all in on this Soviet Republic business. Anyway, right, where are we? I was just filming the time there. So yeah, coal ore is now completely up and running, which is great. Also, like 6 people in the comments were like, Potato, you know that wind turbines exist, and you kind of don't need to drag a huge number of big expensive cables all around the map in order to power the coal mine. And to that, I have to say, comrades, you make an excellent point, and I completely forgot that they were in the game. And also, I was just so excited because I was just dealing with a whole bunch of other, you know, super advanced, brand new stuff, like helicopters, for example. Helicopters are cool. I like helicopters. Helicopters are great. I'm still in love with them. They're still unbelievably fantastic, and I figuratively and literally do not think that I'm ever going to have enough of them, because they are so good, and they are so great, and they are just the best. They are just the greatest, and I still just want to gush all about them because they are that good. Anyway, so a couple of things that I would like to ideally sort over the course of this episode. Now, there are a couple of construction projects which I believe are still ongoing. If we head down the coast a little bit, are the helicopters currently active? No, actually, maybe there's no construction projects that are currently active. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, no worries. Let's get you sold as well, because I want to do something with my rubles this episode. I've got an idea in mind. Comrade. Yeah, so anyway, I thought that there was some construction that was currently ongoing, but apparently there's not. I mean, we should absolutely find something for these helicopters to do, because they are just so unbelievably powerful. We need to also, over the course of this episode, make sure that the secondary, where is it? Yeah, the secondary steel mill is operating accordingly, and in fact, we need to do something with the output of these mechanical components here. Now, it would be very cool if mechanical components could be transported by helicopters, but I'm not too sure if they can be. Maybe that's a thing that can happen, but I doubt it, to be honest. Anyway, we can at least give it a crack, right? I tell you what, this is a story in 2 parts, as they say. We already have a helicopter landing pad here, so let's buy a helicopter. Apparently, this is the pad that we're gonna use. That's fine. No big deal there. Cargo helicopter, of course, the one and only. And then I'm gonna see if we can just set you to pick up from here. Yeah. Now, can you pick up? Okay, you're not able to pick up from the facility itself. That's no big deal. That's no big deal at all, because we can just add a cargo heliport around the back here, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I think that this will allow us to access... There we go. Just get that built. Sure. I think this will allow us to access the supplies in the building. Let's have a little look. Okay, pick up here. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, wait until loaded. Excellent. Mechanical components. Brilliant. And then we want to unload. Right here, actually. Yeah. This is unbelievable. This is gonna make transportation so very, very quick. Unload 100% of anything. Wait until unloaded. I mean, we could wait until unloaded, but I think if we wait until unloaded, then that's going to mean that other helicopters can't pick up from here, and that is going to be a problem. Okay, so we're going to dispatch you. We're going to have a little look. We're going to see what's going on. I am very, very, very interested to see what happens. Is that route going to work? I sure as heck hope that it will. Is there any point that the helicopter can refuel at? I don't think so. So how on earth is the helicopter going to get fuel without crashing? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea whatsoever. Anyway, the point remains is that I'm pretty happy with the fact that our steel mill is working well. We got that up and running, you know, at a point where we haven't really managed to fully exploit the second steel mill, is what I'm trying to say. We don't have any trucks, we don't have any trains picking up this steel from this open storage here. We've just set up the helicopter transport, and also we don't quite have enough people working at this steel mill. I mean, what's the ratio like? 60% to the big steel mill? I mean, wait, what? Where's steel mill number 2? What? How on earth were people getting here then? That's weird, I guess. Okay, well now we've allocated a mere 16% of the people coming from this train station to work at the steel mill. I don't understand that. Did people maybe, like, lapse working at the cableway station and then walk into the steel mill? That may very well be what it was. I don't know. But truth be told, we probably want to just expand Stanloy a little bit. And by expand Stanloy a little bit, maybe I don't even necessarily mean that. Maybe I just mean we should get more trains. Is that really what I mean? I think that might unironically be what I mean. Certainly, if we don't want to get more trains, we should get longer trains. Yeah, the fact that we have a couple of workers that are just lapsing there is not good. Okay, let's see if we can try and rectify that as well. Again, there's nothing really super problematic. Also, we want to absolutely buy this thing at some point. There's nothing inherently super problematic about what we've got. It's just, if we can make it better, then we absolutely should. There we go. There we go. And pretty sure that's just it. It's not. It's not. Hold on. There's another line here. What's the line? View line detail. Set line to vehicle. There we go. Now you do that accordingly. Cool. All right. So a few more trains on the route probably won't hurt. Yeah, because we're pretty much filling all of these trains up pretty consistently. And it would be great if we could maybe just get one teensy-weensy train more. Boom. Boom. Excuse me. There we go. Excellent, and you can start. Okay, might be a little bit oversubscribed on that line, but that's not necessarily a problem. Yeah, how do I fill this up? How on earth do I fill this? How do I fill this up? I don't know. Can we pump oil in? We can't pump oil in. If we connect fuel up, will that make a difference? I mean, I don't know. How do we fill up rogue helicopters? Because we can't fill them up at normal pads. We have to either fill them up at the construction office or... Yeah, I have genuinely no idea how we fill this thing up. Oh, this is a unique one. This is a really unique one. Can we get the... Yeah, look at this. We totally can get you to stop in past here. Just do nothing. Sure. Try going here. But I don't suspect that this helicopter is going to be able to go there because, first of all, well, it's kind of cruising on empty, but more importantly, there is not enough space. Beware a crash. Beware a crash. That's probably something to keep an eye out for. We are definitely going to run out of fuel on this flight. Will that mean anything? I have no idea. Let us all watch and hope that nothing bad happens. All right. It's the magical Soviet Republic helicopter. That's right. Flies even when it doesn't have any fuel. How magical. It's great. It's just like those teleporting cranes that we have to erect all of the power cabling, which, ironically, we don't need anymore because we have wind turbines. Okay, well, I mean, this is interesting to say the least. If this doesn't work out, is it the end of the world? No. And the reason that it's not the end of the world is because we can always just put down a construction depot thing in the middle of the map that can be used as a refueling point. In fact, that might even be preferable because we can have trucks deliver fuel to the construction office. All right. Either way, I'm just watching very, very closely to make sure that this whole system will, in fact, maybe potentially work. All right. So let's watch what happens. So you come in, you're going to hover, and presumably you're not going to be able to land. So you're just going to float forever until, I imagine, the helicopters get told that they need to build something. I mean, why don't we try building... I don't know. No, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Away you go. Helicopters dispatch. No, not it. Doesn't even take those helicopters. Okay, you know what? Let's see if we can try add that as a stop. Sure. Okay, let's see if this works. So you're gonna land and I hope refuel. Also, there's a collision. Trains cannot pass. Okay, fine. So you land. And you fuel? You don't fuel. You don't fuel. You just chill. I mean, fine. Am I missing something? Is there a helicopter refueling station that I'm missing? I mean, the construction office is one option to deal with it. The heliport is not fueled. Like, it's just not fueled unless I'm missing something and we can, you know, slip a cable in here, which I'm pretty certain that we can't. I mean, I have no freaking idea how we're gonna... I have no idea how we fuel this helicopter up. Advanced setup? Okay, I mean, look, this is great. This is wonderful. But we can't carry fuel. We can't give the order to refuel. I mean, load. Should we try the passenger office instead? Let's try the passenger office instead. Maybe that'll be the solution. Oh, you're also out of fuel. Okay, hold on. Do nothing. Again. Or just unload. Unload 100% of crops. Just, yeah, a random task. A random task. So are you not able to fill up with fuel? You're not able to fill up with fuel because you do not have fuel here. That's very, very strange. Okay, well, there we go. We'll get that rectified. We'll get that rectified real quick. This bit of road is no longer required, but I guess we can continue to faff around with it. All right, now will you fill up? Yes, it works. It works. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, well, I'm very, very happy with that. I'm pretty certain that this is a jank way of going about fueling up aircraft, but I'm fine with it. If it works, right? So, anyway, that's our mechanical component transport, which is kind of great. Now, let's also sell this aircraft. I thought I already sold this aircraft. Maybe we've just made too many aircraft. Either way, that's pretty darn great. Right, so we need to find a brand new construction project for the helicopters to get to work on. I also need to redo this area just entirely. So why don't we do that? Let's get you to go to a depot out of town. There we go. Just park up and just disappear, if that's okay, please. That is grand. And then we are going to slowly but surely begin the process of demolition of pretty much this entire area. I don't think that I want either of the terminal buildings that we currently have. In fact, I know that I don't want either of the terminal buildings that we currently have. There we go. Get the airport completely removed. There we go. Cool. So, When thinking about it logically, right? Where is the largest tourist storage area that we have? Admittedly, we do have a couple of large tourist storage areas. In fact, yeah, we got three. We got three areas that are specifically high capacities. We've got this area over here. This area is a little bit of a faff to get staff to, but that's fine. We'll talk a little bit about that in a second. We've got this area in the center here, which is also a little bit of a faff to get staff to. But the best place, far and away, is this. And the Leningradskia hotels are probably my absolute favorite way of transporting, or not even transporting tourists around, but definitely storing tourists. So, I think what we want to basically do is we want to basically rework exactly where the airport goes. We also want to see if we can try and sneak in a train station here, because I am sick to the back teeth of having like 1 billion buses. That's not even an exaggeration. 1 billion buses coming into this Disneyland Office Platform 2, dropping off. Look at that, dropping off one worker. I mean, what is that? What is that? I mean, this is just, it's a travesty. It's an absolute travesty. And honestly, I despise it. It is not good. Enable line spacing. Look at the sheer number of buses that we have on this route. It is embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Okay, so we're gonna try and do two things. The first is to redo our power network around this vicinity, because this area is hopefully, dare I suggest, going to be the area for our brand new airport. However, it's not just going to be an aircraft airport. It is also going to be, hopefully, a helicopter airport as well. So let's clean this up a little bit. I'm bad at remembering to build power cabling at the best of times, but that's not necessarily a problem. I mean, how much can this output? This can output 2.5 megawatts. What if I just stick down a wind turbine? How much does a wind turbine output? 35 megawatt hours? Is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough to just, like, replace wholesale the wind turbine? I don't know how many megawatt... I mean, it looks fine. It looks fine. Current production percentage is quite low. But if I disconnect this, presumably it'll shoot up. I'm gonna assume that we're still okay for power, but we can check that. Yeah, we're okay for power here. Okay, well, that's great. Turns out that this was a pretty unnecessary connection. We'll leave the power box there just in case we need to reconnect it, but that's fine for the most part. Right, so this, in an ideal world, I would also like to take up. This is where things start to get just a little bit hairy. Although, actually, it's not super difficult to fix this line, because this line can just be moved from one side of the bridge to the other side of the bridge here. Do something like this. Do something like that. We do something like that. Now, that might not seem like a huge change, but it absolutely is just going to free up a little bit of space here. We'll leave this in a paused state at the moment. In an ideal world, I would very much like to not move this medium distribution office. I realize that it's a very inconvenient location, but we're just going to have to work around it. That's my statement on that. We're not gonna faff around with that. Okay, let's get another big wind turbine here, if we can. Man, the roads. The road coming out of the wind turbine is the biggest impediment to it. Okay, but that wind turbine, I think, should also be assisting. Let's have a little look. Let's see what's out of power at the moment. The entire... Oh, I've done something. This is bad. I fixed it. It's bad again. Oh, no. What's happening? What's happening? Okay, we're just gonna have to play zoomed out here. This is fine. This is fine. Anyway, do we have power? Do we have power here? You are not giving... Yeah, you're not giving power to... You're not giving enough power. Okay, I see how that is. Okay, anyway, look. This cable, with the reintroduction of that cable, we're going to be fine. Let's move the electric substation to the other side of the road here. Okay, do that. Yeah, this is gonna get irritating real quick, actually. Either way, though, that's gonna be great. Okay, get that fixed. Cool. Now, okay, this is the important bit. Let me just make sure that all of the power is back on. We will build this as well. Get that built. All power looks good. Oh, did I build the substation? I did not build the substation. There we go. Okay. Cool. No, we're not cool, actually. Far from it. I built half the cable connection. There we go. Cracking. All right, now it's all working again. Wonderful. That's exactly what we like to see. Okay, that's good. The game also seems to have fixed itself. There's no visual distortion. Just look away from the area of visual distortion. Yeah, that's a surefire way to fix this situation. Okay, right. Now, we want to get two things. We want to get two things within walking distance of this heavily densely populated hotel area, right? So, we want to get a train station, which ideally is going to slot in right here. We want to get a airport terminal, which ideally will slot in pretty much right there, to be honest. That's pretty perfect if we can make that happen. Yep, not too displeased with that. We want to get a heliport passenger platform as well. And if that could squeeze in there, that would be real good. Let's also make sure that there is a road to connect up to here. That's cool. Let's zone that. Of course, this is not the most complex bit of construction that we need to undertake. That is the construction of the airport, which we will try and squeeze in here. Whether we will be able to fit a taxiway right up the center here is a matter of debate. Now. It's very important, this area right here. I don't know why the game has suddenly decided to stop me having fun. But anyway, look at this. The point that I'm trying to make. Airplane cannot take off or landing. 1,000-meter runway. Do you know what that means? That's right. That's right. That means... Oh my god. That means that we're going to be getting the TU-144, which requires, I believe, 1,000-meter takeoff distance. I think that we have just enough space to make this actually work. Right. I need to get down and dirty here. This is important because we need to get some parking. Now, we don't need to go crazy on the parking. I got to be honest. I feel like every time that I've built airport parking, it's been a little bit ridiculous. It's been just, you know, far too large. But to be honest, this time I'm not gonna go too crazy. You know, we'll see if we can fit some stuff in. If we can't fit it in, then we don't need to worry about it. It'll be fine. Okay, so that goes in there. We'll get that in there. And that's it. That's it. Maybe we fit in a 50. Maybe we fit in a 40. I mean, look, at this point, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. So, I want to try and make things as square and angular as I possibly can. Because the airport that we made at the other side of the world is actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. Right, so we're going to have a entrance over here. Very nice. And then we're also going to have an entrance over here. In fact, in an ideal world, trying not to get the visual distortions too much in camera, can we maybe bring this up here? Oh, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. That is great. That is wonderful. And in fact, dare I suggest, it maybe even lends itself to another slightly smaller 600-meter runway. I mean, what's the current aircraft size that we require? Also, hilariously, we have 2 runways over here, and I don't think that we've ever used more than 1. And even that 1 we use very, very sporadically. Yeah, what's the takeoff distance here? Your takeoff distance is 870. Yours is 680. Okay. I mean, it's not really worth it if that's the case. It's not really worth me building another secondary runway here. Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious me. Right. Just try and avoid the shenanigans. Okay, so this way, I think we... There we go. It's fine. It's sorted. This way we get everything that we want. This way that we get everything we want, I'm going to allocate all of this to the construction menu, start construction. And I'm hoping that the helicopters are just going to, you know, take off and get it constructed just like that. That's my real goal. Now, this is only half of the tourism expansion. We got to do some other stuff. Helicopters are all go. Wonderful. Love to see it. That's cracking. That's really, really good. I presume that there's also going to be some participation from the gravel trucks and whatnot, but, I mean, that's going to take a little while to filter through. We could, by the way, if we wanted to, see if we could get, if we could auto-build this, we could just build it ourselves. I kind of don't want to, though. I kind of like the idea of building a brand new aircraft area, you know, entirely by helicopter. It's kind of hilarious and amazing at the same time. Okay, so train station is next because we need some way. Please, just any way to get people to this area without using a freaking bus. It's just that simple. That's what we need. Train platform small. I think a train platform small might be the only thing that we can squeeze in here. Now, there are 2 ideas that I had. One idea is to see if we can fit in a train platform small parallel to the existing tracks. Now, this was always going to be a little bit of a tight fit, especially when you consider the roads. The other option that I don't necessarily like is inserting the station onto the existing line. The reason that I don't like that is because it's going to slow down like a lot of traffic that is behind, and the traffic that is behind is kind of important. Although that being said, it's not super important because we're not necessarily kissing goodbye to this area, but it's, you know, it's somewhat important. I wonder perhaps if there's a third option, a sneaky third option that I had yet to consider. I think this is the third option. And I'll tell you right now why I think this is the third option. I think this is the best option that we've got by a very considerable margin. Let me show you what I'm thinking here. Let me show you what I'm thinking. First of all, we don't have any space constraints. Much easier to place this down. Second of all, is this electrified? No, this is not electrified, but that's fine. Second of all, too sharp of a turn. Don't worry about it. We can do something like this. He says, with a very, very high level of confidence, that was immediately disappeared. I mean, I don't necessarily hate it, but I hate it, actually. Anyway, you see what I'm sort of going for. I'm kind of going for this idea where we have a... Oh, this is gonna work. It just requires a little bit of working. We have this platform here. And it can be used to take people into town. That's right. It can be used to take people into the center of town to enjoy all of the tourism facilities, because this is within walking distance of pretty much everything with the exception of the zoo, right? Which is very exciting. So we can set all of the locations where the tourists can go. Actually, that's a lie. We can't do that. We can only send them to bus or train platforms. Anyway, look, the tourists can walk. The tourists can walk to the entirety of town. They can get their groceries. They can go to the opera house. They can go to everywhere they want, apart from the freaking zoo. And even that, we can probably, you know, muddle around with and get a good location. I think it's just perfect. And not to mention the fact that we can also supply workers to this location as well. To this station location. Sure, to this station location. Hold on. He has an idea, folks. He has an idea. Now, this is a really wacky one. This is a really, really wacky one, even by potato standards. Okay, so we have two entrances. We have two entrances to the station. One is where the workers come, and the workers can just head back along this line. And then one where the tourists can go. Wow, okay, this is wacky. This is really, really wacky. However, if ever there was a chance to make it work, it's right now. Because, to be brutally honest, we've got the bridge tech. We've got the bridge tech needed to make this happen, right? We have the bridge tech needed to make this happen. Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh, this is so brilliant. Okay, this is gonna be whack as heck. There is a slight problem with fuel. There is a big problem with fuel. To be honest, this entire route should just be electrified. If this route is entirely electrified, then we don't have to deal with the fuel station. Right? Yeah. We don't have to deal with the fuel station. This route needs to be electrified. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. It's been done. I knew that was gonna happen. Didn't you? You could literally just see it happening. Anyway. That's why you never use the... Excuse me? That's not what I wanted at all, video game. That is what I wanted, big time. Okay. To be honest, this area is long overdue an upgrade, to be honest. Long overdue an upgrade. Okay, so let's get a branch. Nice. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's wonderful. Slight problem. Are we going to be able to get crossover on these tracks here? Yeah, now that is the problem. That is the real problem here. Kind of need to have a bit of track crossing over here. Kind of need to have a bit of track crossing over. I think we need to replan this in such a way that we're going to be able to squeeze in a little bit of track here. It might just be too good to be true, you know? It might just be one of these plans that is too big for its boots. It's too ahead of its time. Because I dearly love the idea of this. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm doubling down on this idea. And we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna make this happen. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay, this is gonna be the wackiest station in the world. Mark my words. Okay, so we're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this set up. Well, half of it anyway. What we're gonna do is we're gonna branch this off here. Yep, great, cracking. Here's the difference. Okay, nice. Not nice. I actually legitimately have a brilliant idea for this. It's a bit of a sad right there, but okay. That's fine. Okay. Here's the plan. This is the plan like no other. One of these tracks is solely reserved, I should say, for the transportation of workers. So that is going to be this track down here. This track is where the workers are going to come. The workers, after they come around this way, are going to be taken back by, that's right, by electrified bridge. There was a moment there, video game. In fact, to be honest, if we do this, then it doesn't even necessarily need to be electrified, which is quite a attractive proposition. I like that a lot. Okay, and here, is this gonna work? No, but we're close. We're close. We're onto a winner. Why am I doing bridges? Do I really need to do bridges? Probably not. Probably not, but to be honest, it kind of feels right. I don't know why. It feels good to do bridges. Okay. Nice. And then in there, will it work? Too sharp of a turn. Okay, you know what? We're not even gonna faff around with a bridge on this side. We don't even need a bridge. We don't even need a bridge. It'll work. It should work. It should work just fine. Do that. Too sharp of a turn. Fine. And then in there. That's gonna crash the game. I can feel a crash coming. Okay, this might get changed to a bridge if at some point I decide that this is causing too much of a hassle. Anyway, that's gonna be non-electrified. That's fine. And I tell you what, maybe the other direction doesn't need to be electrified either. Anyway, let's remove this structure here. So again, that doesn't need to be electrified. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a bridge over here. That's right. That's right. You've got to understand, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to understand. Sorry, you've got to understand, comrades. You've got to understand that at the same time as being functional, we also need to make this area unbelievably unique. And, you know, certainly going for a unique vibe is kind of the whole deal of a town that focuses, you know, solely on tourism, right? So I'm just faffing around here trying to get this connected up here. Can you kind of see what I'm trying to do? This area is just a disaster. And you know what? I've got nobody to blame for it but myself. The reason that it is a disaster is because of the horrific number of cables that we have pretty much everywhere. But thankfully, the bridges are now pretty decent. The bridges are very decent, in fact. Yeah, look at that. It actually works surprisingly well. In fact, that's actually bloomin' great. Yeah, that's real good. That's real good, as it turns out. So this is going to be the output, right? This is going to be where the train gets spat back out. And then the input is going to be, you know, like here somewhere. We basically just need to curve this track around to this location right here. Too sharp of a turn? Yeah, it's a little bit of a nasty one. It's a little bit of a nasty turn. I'll give you that, video game. But if we do this, and if we're able to make it work, and if we're able to connect it up here, then that means we don't need to worry about the track being electrified, which would be oh so great. Too sharp of a turn? Crossing not allowed? I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Oh, it's gonna be so tight, isn't it? It's gonna be so unbelievably tight. Yeah, that's not a track that's ever gonna work, is it? Okay, let's try an old trick, shall we? So delete that. Try that. And then try this. Oh boy, now that is very close to working. It's okay. We can definitely make this work. It's just a little bit of a faff to find the right spot. Overlaps with existing construction. It's fine. We're close. Get rid of this. Because apparently that can stop the whole construction of a gosh darn bridge. Okay, good. Again, you know, if we need to revise the existing infrastructure that we've got, that's fine. There we go. Okay, now, is this efficient? No. Will it work? Maybe. That looks like it connects up. Now, this might cause a crash. Be warned. Be warned, folks. This could get messy. This could get very, very messy. I think that this works. Let's go and place some signals down here. Can't place a signal there. We'll have to place a signal there then. That's just fine. This goes in this direction. Can't place a signal there. It's probably because it's on the road, I'd guess. And then that goes in there. Okay, this is absolutely whack as anything, but boy, oh boy, oh boy, it's a fun one. It's a fun one. Let's get it built. Then let's also see if we can do a little bit of power pole reconnection. Maybe if I can have a little look at the voltages, I can see where the power poles were disconnected. There we go. One over there, and there is one more. I think yeah, did I torpedo this entire thing? No, it was there. Perfect. Okay. Then, after that, this gets a walkway. I think that's already connected up to the... It's connected up to 2 of the 3 hotels. Didn't really factor that into account, but... It's okay, we can maybe squeeze a... Squeeze a pathway through here. Not only can I not see what I'm doing... Doesn't look like we can squeeze a pathway through there. Unless he's only gone and bloomin' done it. Yeah, that road connection isn't actually super necessary. So that should be fine. Okay, let's get the pathways built. And that should allow walking distance to the station. It absolutely does. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. This is wacky. I kind of love it. This is great. Okay, let's redo this bit of track as non-electrified. Hope that it doesn't stop me from building it. Oh, for goodness sake. Really? 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 Finally, we did it. Okay, great. Happy days. Get that built again. The second time. And that goes in that direction. Okay, cool. We're off to the races now. We're off to the races. Also, something else that I was going to do, like a long time ago, but apparently just didn't do. I'm gonna buy the blueprint for the TU-144. 24 million. So the maths was done by somebody in the comments section. And, you know, to that individual, I am grateful. Because, basically, as long as... I mean, let me just level with you. It makes economic sense to do this. So we're going to just take out literally as many loans as we possibly can. And then we are going to select blueprint to manufacture. Boom. Excellent. And then we are going to be building the TU-144 after we get done with the current aircraft. So there we go. All right. The swarm is picking up a little bit of gravel at the moment, presumably to build all of this infrastructure down here. That's fine. That's grand. I'm sure it's gonna be done in no time at all. I'm undoubtedly certain that it's gonna be done in much shorter time than I originally anticipate. Anyway, so we're gonna. It's a game crash. It's a game crash. Look, it was going very, very well for a very, very long time there. The fact that the game decided to crash, I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I don't think it was necessarily something that I did. I think I just clicked on the distribution office and there was some issue with that. So let's reload and let's see where we are. If I need to do any replacing of train tracks, I suspect that it will not be too huge anyway. But we'll see, I guess. We'll see. And let's just hope and pray that we're not going to be locked out of Disneylandovsk. I hope not. Also, maybe this is a good opportunity for the game to get its backside in order. Ah, look at this. We were 3/4 of the way through taking out all of our, huge hulking great loans. 6.4. One more loan. Excellent. Buy the blueprint. TU-144. Queue up the TU-144 to be next in production. So I clicked on this depot here and it crashed. So let's not do that. That's not really what I was wanting to click on anyway. I actually want to click on the bus stop and just untake tourists. Then what we want to do is we want to institute a tourist train, which is going to be fairly easy to do. We just need to reconnect this up. This is just such a mess. My goodness gracious me. I am ashamed. I am ashamed, shocked, appalled, disgraced at how bad this looks. Okay, anyway. A tourist train, or a tourist tram, in fact. What's this? 203 passengers? I mean, sure, let's get 2 of them. Let's get 2 of them. Let's not connect them together yet, Potato, just in case. And you're going to go here to here. And you're just going to take tourists. There we go. First stop is unreachable. Oh, yeah, it would be, actually. It would be. That's a good point. Let's do that as the first stop, then that as the first stop. First stop is unreachable. What am I missing? Has the track not been built? The track has been built. What's the issue? What's the issue here, Governor? Did I buy a tram? I bought an electric tram. What am I doing? I've already said, I said specifically, I'm not going to electrify this. Jeez Louise, I need a motor wagon. Goodness gracious me. Alright, well, we can buy 1 now because of my stupidity there. Alright, that's fine. I bet there was about 16,000 people in the comments section saying, oh, Potato, you dingus. You dingus, you dingus. This is why you always electrify your tracks. And to that I say, I don't necessarily disagree with that sentiment. Electrification is the way forward. In every facet of existence, apart from helicopters, electrification is pretty much better than the petrol counterpart. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one. Can I get some more money, please? I don't know how it happened, but I'm straight up out of money. Also, are we still transporting coal ore? Yeah, we're transporting a fair chunk of coal ore. But you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking it's basically nowhere near enough. I suspect that we're pretty consistently full on coal storage. Yeah, we are. We're gonna need to, we're gonna need to get this Ljubljana, which apparently I pronounced wrong. Shock horror. Yeah, we're gonna need to get this Ljubljana. We're gonna need to get it onto the. We're gonna need to get it onto the coal routes. But that's okay. That's okay. We can wait for that. We can absolutely wait for that. There's no particular rush. Bauxite boat is about to leave harbor. That's cool. You can also be put onto the... There we go. You can be put onto this route as well. That's been probably a little bit overdue. What are my messages saying, actually? Citizens' happiness is too low. Don't care. Trains are colliding, cannot pass. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's sorted then. That's great. Oh, yeah. How are we doing? How are we doing in terms of steel? Ah, yeah. We're out of coal ore. We are out of, well, not coal ore, but we're out of coal. It's kind of what I expected would eventually happen. Yeah, we are straight up missing coal. We do have a coal train coming through, which is grand and all. Very, very happy with that. Where are our big coal trains, though? Big coal train is en route right now. We need more big coal trains. Yeah, we need more big coal trains. Because what with the additional coal ore that we're able to process, I mean, we can do with getting some more. We can absolutely do with getting some more big coal trains. In fact, do I not already have like the locomotives? I do have the locomotives. I do have the locomotives. I should use them. I should use them. The only problem is that I know it's going to cause further delay. I know it's going to cause further delay. I know it's going to cause further hassle on this line. So, you know what? Let's leave that to future Potato. The schmuck that he is. What's going on? You're not able to get here? Ah, signal's in the wrong direction. My bad. There we go. Nope. Wait, hold on. What? It should be in, yeah, it was. I thought it wasn't, and it was definitely in the wrong direction. Anyway, so here's the route this train is going to take. It's got 70 tourists. That's actually not too bad. That's pretty good for an inaugural journey. This does not look like a possible. Look at that. Look at this, like a roller coaster. There is no way that the train wouldn't bottom out on that little hump right there. Doesn't particularly matter though. Either way, I think I really like this setup. I think I really, really like this setup. Apologies if I wasn't like super clear whilst I was trying to build. Look at that ridiculousness right there. Apologies if I wasn't super clear whilst building it. This was kind of like one of those designs that only really came to me after I built half of it and I kind of knew the direction that I wanted to go in. But yeah, so you're going to stop here. Great. You're going to stop. You're going to stop and fill up if you want to, but you don't, so that's great. Then you're going to go back, around, over the top, along another very, very janky bridge. And you're going to be able to pick up 50 tourists, which is pretty gosh darn good if I do indeed say so myself. Yeah, it's pretty excellent. I like this route. I like this route. I'm very happy with this setup. Now, there are two routes. There are two, yeah, so this route is garbage now, and I want to get rid of it. I absolutely want to get rid of all of these buses. Sell them, sell them, sell them, sell them. So this is the worker bus route, and the reason that I'm selling all of these buses as opposed to sticking them back into a depot, well, to be brutally honest, the depot is full. The depot is full, and I want to free up some cash as well. 2 birds, 1 stone. It's just that simple. Right. Next on the list, let's get literally the same train, shall we? This one and this one. Let's get 2 of them. Sure. We'll go from here right to here and back. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. It's a very, very simple setup. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. I know that it looks unbelievably whack. I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with a little wacky looking nonsense. You know, that's just fine with me. That is just fine with me. How are you gonna get to the station? You need to go to Turistovsky Vokzal Medium, which is the big train station in the middle here. Also, surprised that this bit of road hasn't caused a crash. It's great news, though. Yeah, no, I kind of figured that you would get stuck there, but it's okay. You can go to... Oh, now you're well and truly stuck. Oh, you twit. This is why you electrify, folks. This is why you electrify. This is, so you don't have to deal with garbage like this. Ugh. Signal's in the way. No. 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 Oh, my lordy. I called it as well, didn't I? I bloomin' well called it. Go to the other station. Go to the... I just don't even want to deal with it. I don't even want to deal with it. Just go to the other station. This is ridiculous. Okay. Delete our assistive tracks. All right. I mean, look, the way to fix that is to just tell the train to go to another place in the first instance. Alternatively, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my flippin' egg. Go back. Now you're going to the wrong station yet again. Screw this. Just honestly, just get out of my life. The amount of money that I've spent on faffing around with trains is too high. Okay, look, here's the dealio. This is how we solve the situation. Go here first, go here second. Only take workers and do not take educated workers. Fine. Start. Now this will work flawlessly, mark my words. Good. Perfect. Next, can we get a signal in here? Absolutely can. There we go. So that's gonna stop that traffic jam. Now you, if you know what's good for you, you will go up this route here, left here. Good, you do. And this is gonna guarantee that everything is gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be all right. Let's borrow another little chunk of change. Okay, you're not gonna pick anyone up here. You're gonna go around. You're gonna rejoin the route. You're gonna fill up, and you're gonna go back to the other station at the other end of the line, and everything is going to be fine. This is why I wanted a bridge here, by the way, so that we don't have to constantly wait, but I guess it's fine. For now, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. There we go. You have your free filling opportunity. It's wonderful. Also, let me see if I can try and add... See if I can add this as a filling reception point. Because there's no way that we shouldn't be filling up these places. Are we out of fuel? What's the situation in Krudenovsky? I guess we're not necessarily out of fuel, but... Should I auto-purchase... Should I auto-purchase oil? Jeez Louise, look at that. Price for resources with delivery. I cannot, in good conscience, do that. However, I could maybe set up some trucks to deliver oil manually to that area. That's definitely an option. Let me check also, how are we doing mechanical components? Have we not seriously got a single delivery of mechanical components this entire time? Am I missing something? What is happening? What is happening with my delivery systems this time? You're out of fuel. No, but you fill up en route. Oh, that's the point. You fill up en route. You dingus. God, okay. Go to... There's not even a helicopter station nearby, is there? The nearest one would be in Potatograd if we wanted to fill you up. Sure. Okay. I'm not really sure that cargo helicopters should be used for transports. Like, I'm trying to use them. Doesn't really seem great. Also, yeah, we are, like, bang out of coal. We need way more coal. We need way more coal. Electricity problem? It's fine, doesn't really matter. Either way, this should all be working just fine. This should be working just fine. This is our workers. We've got 5 workers coming through here. That's pretty abysmally bad, but I'm sure it'll improve either way. In fact, it might not improve, actually. Might not improve. We need to absolutely change this. You know what? No, we can't take workers with an education. I refuse to do that. I refuse to do that. We just need to get, like, a few more trains on the route. Motor wagon. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Copy, paste, paste, paste. There we go. Okay. Yeah, because we've got 500 workers waiting here. It's just they're all being taken to Kaliningrad, so that's the real problem. That's the real competition here. I mean, well, there's no such thing as competition in this economy, of course, but the real competition is for where the workers go. Because the good ones are all headed to Kaliningrad, and that's probably going to be the case for a fairly significant period of time. Let's also stick in a signal right here. Can we stick in another signal? Oh, we totally can. Excellent. Cool. All right. Is that going to make a difference? I sure as heck hope so. What are you doing? What? There we go. Okay, that's fine. I think we fixed it. 115 workers. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay, so that's not even going to be able to fill up one entire hotel, but that doesn't matter. Okay, tourism has probably had a little bit of a rough ride recently, but I like to think that we're getting on top of it. And not to mention the fact that we are well underway. We are well underway in terms of our airport construction, which is going to be very, very important. And I am massively looking forward to welcoming in a whole bunch of aircraft, a whole bunch of helicopters, you know, flying tourists from one side of the map to the other side of the map. It's going to be very, very, very exciting. Look at that. Hotel staff, we got loads. It's not enough, though, but it will be. It will be. Mark my words. It absolutely will be. Yeah, this is looking great. It's also looking, you know, distinctly like a tourist attraction, which again, kind of the vibe that I was going for. Kind of the vibe that I was going for. Right, well, on that note, folks, we're going to wrap this episode up. Thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Open Potato. You have been in the presence of the great leader himself. That's right, as we are slowly but surely terraforming this dirty old piece of land into something that is habitable and something that is economically viable. But yeah, tune into the next episode to see what the heck happens. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll see, I guess. Thanks as ever to Banana and the Aurelio from the $225+ tier patrons. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.